Have you ever thought how old the main characters of Grey's Anatomy are? Theoretically, it is easy to figure out the ages of everyone. The show started 15 years ago, and most people are about 26 years old when they start their medical residency. The story starts when Meredith Grey, Ellen Pompeo, enters the first year of her residency program, so she must have been about 26 back then, and that makes her 41 years old after 15 years, right? Well, no, math doesn't work like that in the Grey's Anatomy world. The timeline of Grey's Anatomy is bonkers. During the last 15 seasons and 13 and a half years, the ABC drama has gone through its fair share of time jumps, flash forwards, and weirdly long years. For instance, did you know the first 3 seasons of Grey's Anatomy were filmed in a single calendar year? After that, there were time jumps during seasons 11 and 12 because of the death of Derek Shepherd. Now, let's try to figure out how old everyone actually is. So keep watching and see how close you can get to the right answers. Also, find out about whether there will be another season. Will Jackson Avery be back? And why do fans hate Kelly McCreary? Meredith Grey, 39 to 40. Everything's just as confusing as in Meredith's personal life. Let's try and figure it all out. In the original Grey's pilot script, Meredith was described as about 32 years old, though this detail has never been mentioned in the actual final product, so we can ignore that amazing but not exactly applicable tidbit. Apparently, in the very beginning, the show's creators wanted to make Meredith older, but then changed their minds. Let's pay attention to this detail. During season 11, it is revealed that Meredith was 5 years old in 1983 when her sister Maggie Pierce was born. That means Meredith was born in 1978 or so. Thus, Meredith Grey is probably 39 and entering her 40s soon. Ellen Pompeo, who portrays Meredith, is actually 48. This proves our guess that after the pilot show, the creators changed their minds about the main character's age. By the way, recently at Ellen DeGeneres' show, the actress has announced great news for the show's fans. She revealed that fans can definitely expect a 16th season and even said there's just no end in sight for the medical drama. My contract is till season 16, and so I'm completely obligated to do season 16, Pompeo says. You know, these numbers, there's just no end in sight. The show is so popular. Maggie Pierce, 34 to 35. If Meredith is about 39, her 1983 born on-screen sister is about 34. The actress who portrays Maggie is 3 years older than her character. After her character, Maggie Pierce got involved in a romance with Jackson Avery. Lots of fans started writing negative comments about Kelly. Sarah Drew, who played Jackson's ex-wife, asked fans to stop attacking her co-star. Look, I know these characters mean so much to you. Believe me, they mean a lot to me too, but I do not feel defended when you attack my friends. My beautiful, loving, loyal sister Kelly is a brilliant, fiercely talented team player who always shows up and dedicates herself to the stories she is asked to tell, she said. Please stop attacking her for doing her job. When you hurt her, you hurt me. When you show kindness to her, you show kindness to me. Please be kind. McCreary was hated online by fans who blamed Maggie and Jackson for Drew's real-life departure from the show. Jackson Avery, 39. Jackson Avery, Jesse Williams, and Meredith were in parallel years during their programs, so they should be about the same age. However, it's likely that Jackson is a year younger than Meredith, as perhaps her aforementioned time backpacking in Europe was the reason she started medical school a year later than expected. So the majority of the students in her class, just like Jackson, could be a year younger than she is. How old do you think Jesse is in real life? Jesse Williams recently turned 37, which means he is 2 years younger than his character. That means that even though he is only 2 years younger than Meredith, they have an 11-year difference in real life. Many fans who watch the new season are seriously panicking about Jesse's possible departure from the show, but we don't believe that. After all, he wasn't in the 3rd episode of season 15 at all, and he just sent emails to everyone explaining he was taking some time off to figure things out. He didn't even say goodbye to his girlfriend Maggie in person. What's happening? Well, while this might be a dramatic storyline for his character, Jackson has to return to Grey's Anatomy at some point, otherwise it just wouldn't make any sense. Firstly, Grey's just got rid of 2 longtime characters, April and Arizona, like 4 episodes ago. Besides, McCreary, who plays Maggie, hinted to Entertainment Tonight that we will be able to see Maggie and Jackson's daughter interact this season, as Maggie and Jackson's relationship is heating up. Considering that we haven't seen that yet, Jackson's story should continue. Another fact is that Entertainment Weekly has already confirmed the series regulars for the 15th season, and Jesse Williams' Jackson Avery was mentioned, so we are almost 100% sure he'll be back on the show. Alex Karev, 39. The logic behind Jackson's age can also be applied to Meredith's BFF, Alex Karev, Justin Chambers. And in real life, Justin is 48, which means he's playing a character who's 9 years younger than he is. Justin is one of the few who's been starring in the show since the very beginning. I don't remember life before the show. It's been so many years, laughed Chambers. It's a great blessing to get to work with the people I want to work with, to get to play a character that's fun and pay the bills. Can't ask for anything more. And it seems like he isn't leaving yet. Many people laugh that the show just keeps going, but Chambers sums it up well. You're on a successful hit show, you enjoy playing these characters. Why not just keep writing until people don't want it? Jo Wilson, 31 to 33. Alex's wife, Jo Wilson, Camilla Luddington, became a part of the Grey's world in season 9 as a first-year intern. If we do simple math and assume that she started interning at 26, she is somewhere between 31 and 32. But math doesn't work in the world of Grey's Anatomy, remember? However, considering the hell Jo had to deal with to get to Grey Sloan Memorial, including running away from her abusive husband Paul, Matthew Morrison, and changing her identity, it could be that Jo is a bit older than we assume. Camilla Luddington is older than her character. She's 34. Miranda Bailey, 41 to 43. At the beginning of Grey's Anatomy, Miranda Bailey, Chandra Wilson, was 3 years ahead of Meredith, so she should be 2 or 3 years older than Meredith. Again, remember that if Mer started medical school a year later than she was supposed to, someone who's 3 years ahead of her in their professional life should only be 2 years older than her. In the real world, Chandra Wilson is 49, and she's one of the few of the original cast who's still on the show, and she isn't going to leave yet. I really want to see it through, she says of the show, when asked a few days before Grey's Season 15 premiere on September 27th. I'll get into other opportunities and other characters and whatever else comes after this. But I'm enjoying being in the now and being in this right now. It might seem weird that 15 years into playing Bailey, Wilson doesn't consider herself an expert on the character. But being that distant has probably been an asset to her. Andrew DeLuca, 29 to 30. Meredith's ideal man, at least in her dreams, Andrew DeLuca, Giacomo Gianniotti, started his first-year residency in the 12th season. So, in season 15, he's about 29 years old. Giacomo has also turned 29 this summer. He has only been on the show since 2015, aka season 11, but he's definitely captured our hearts and made a huge impact on us. You can't really imagine the hospital without him, and you wouldn't even want to, right? When Giacomo started his journey on Grey's Anatomy, his character's story wasn't completely finished, according to what he said in an interview with, well, Interview magazine. When asked if his character was completely established at the time of his auditions, he answered, no, I think they just needed fresh blood on the show, people that were going to shake things up and that had something different. Derek Shepherd, 49. Everyone is confident Derek was born in 1966. That means that Meredith's husband died during the 11th season, which was in late 2015. Derek was 49. That also means there is a 12-year age gap between Meredith and Derek. Depending on what you want to believe from the tabloid, Dempsey was either fired for acting like a diva on set or having a messy and emotional affair with a show staffer. Either way, he got on the wrong side of Shonda and McDreamy was history. Asked if he's leaving on good terms with everyone, Patrick says, I think so, yes. On The Nightly Show with Larry Wilmore, Rhimes reveals she killed the character because she didn't like the actor. Richard Webber, 62 to 63. Still a staple of the show, Webber has always been a character we have looked up to for his consistent offering of wisdom as the voice of reason. James Pickens Jr. is about the same age, 64 years old. Just like all the other actors who have been on the show since the very first episode, James doesn't seem to be leaving. However, both on set and in the real world, he's got a wise attitude towards the possible end of the show. Listen, if it's time, he said. You don't want to overdo it. I think it will run its natural course. We are hoping the new season will be good for everyone. No one will get killed and no one will leave for Switzerland. Comment below and tell us what you think about the new season. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel to get more inspiring, touching, and exciting life stories about your favorite stars.